Okay, so, okay, I got the recording going again, and you can still hear me okay, correct, Roger?
Yes.
Okay, actually, this sounds a lot better this time. It was kind of lower. It was lower before. Okay, where did I stop off at? Um,
You were telling people about I guess some of the unfortunate the people that have passed away. I believe you were telling them.
oh, yeah.
Um,
And those we're going to have to do by hand. So we're going to be doing that during that the 72-hour notice. Actually, from the first and then the fifth is when we're going to have the call. So during that time frame, we're going to just go there by hand and fix those. So it shows the proper person, and those have to be done by hand because the database was already set up for the last batch that was exported. And so what they're going to be doing is putting everything in there. Like I said, everybody's going to be where they're supposed to be. If you're a top 5%, you're going to be in the top 5%. If you're not a top 5%, and let's say you're a member, let's say 2,000, you're going to be number 2,000. You're going to stay right where you were when you came in there. Of course, all that can change for you during the upgrade period after the 10-day activation. So everyone based on the position you earned, that's where you are right now. You're going to be right now in the bronze position. To keep it, you just do the activation of the bronze membership, which is the $20, and commissions will start being paid from there. At the end of the upgrade period, activation period, excuse me, then you can even use your commissions to upgrade if you wish to go to a higher membership level, and you can pay out of your commissions for any service or product or even a membership. Okay, and I'm sure that's how most people are going to end up doing it anyway. Um, Other programs I've been in, I normally would just pay with my card because I would pull money out later and put it in there. Okay, but anyway, so that's how that's going to work. So you don't have to worry about losing your position. The only way you can lose a position is if you don't activate by the 14th. The 14th is the last day. Okay. So other than that, you're good to go. Okay. Now during this 10-day activation period, we'll be going over your different payment processors that you use so you can get paid. So everyone that's not in the United States, you can go get a Payoneer account and just log up with Payoneer, and you can do that. You're also going to you'll be able to get paid by uh, a wire, even a wire overseas, Western Unions, things of that nature. However, any fees that is incurred on sending the wire or doing the um, Western Union or anything like that, that comes out of the commissions being sent to you. So if you get $100 commission and the wire is $15, let's say, then you'll receive $85 because we have to pay for that out of the commission. We don't pay money to get out there because we pay out so much already. So that comes from your payment there. If you qualify in the United States for ACH or Chase Quick Pay, of course, there's no fees with that. The only fee we do pay for the ACH fee, but it's one small fee each month. So we can do no matter how many we do, so we don't have to pass on the charges to you. We pay for those charges. And then for those in the United States that need a Payoneer account, um, that's going to be showing up during that 10-day activation period. And of course, the first payout won't happen until 7 to 14 days after the activation period is completed. Okay, so from the 14th, it can be 7 days after that, all the way up to the 28th for the first payout. So you're gonna have plenty of time to get that done, and we'll announce that on webinars. And we're also going to put that into the back office of Business Blaster. So remember, it says Member News. When you first log in, you'll see one of the tabs up there says Member News. Check Members News every time because they will update videos. There's going to be a welcome video trying to show people how to navigate a little bit. If they want to buy other products, again, before you upgrade or do anything, you will always log into your back office first, so it's tied to you, and then you can click on store, and then you can go around and you can go ahead and upgrade to a different one once that period starts. So all that's going to be under member news, so that's one thing you're definitely going to check, and of course we'll be announcing it on webinars. So again, if you're in the United States and you need a Payoneer account, you'll get that information started during the 10-day activation period and long before the first payout happens. If you're not in the United States, I would recommend that if you can get a Payoneer account, you go ahead and get one. And then of course we're going to bring in other ones down the line. We don't have them set up yet, like the global card and things of that nature. A little bit harder to get with them. They're not really. I don't know why. They're just not really responsive. Trying to get back with you. It's almost like we have to chase them. But it seems a lot of members wanted to use that, so we're still working on that as well. So you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, but if you're not in the United States, go ahead and get a Payoneer account. If you are in the United States, you'll get that information on what to do, and it will also be part of that members news as well. We're going to put that in there. We might even put a tab there for say called Payoneer or something like that in your back office too. Anything that's going to make it as easy as possible for you to get the information you need just to go ahead and get set up. Okay, so that way we get the money to you. Again, if you're in the United States and you qualify for it, you can do ACH and also the Chase Quick Pay. So that's where we are with the payment processors. So especially overseas, you can set that up. You don't have the hassles like the United States does. So go ahead and get that set up, and that'll be one less thing you have to do. Alrighty, so that's pretty much it for the announcement there. So again, Monday starts the work week. That's when we're start to notice. Actually, it's starting to notice now. But it's Monday's the work week, and so Thursday is the 5th. That's the first day of the activation. 14th is the last day of the activation, and then 7 to 14 days after that would be the first payout. Also on the 14th, that's going to end the activation, and that's also going to begin the upgrade period where we're remove the lock, and we're going to give you all the exact time that we're going to do that. So those of you that do want to upgrade, you're going to have the information right away up to the minute, so you know what to do and get out there. During this period, we are going to be watching it closely, make sure everything's working good, because everything can work great, and then we bring thousands of people. That's the test there. So hopefully all this testing has been done really good, and everything's going to be working fine. We won't have to worry about it. So our programmers will be looking at that. Again, we're going to put the list here in Crazy Cats Club updates, and you'll be able to see the list for when you should do we'll call it the activation list on what days to do it. So I don't want everyone doing it on the first day. Try to abide by that list if you can. If you can't, there's a legitimate reason you can't do it, well, don't miss it. If you have to do it a little bit early or a little bit later, that's fine. Just don't do it after the 14th. It has to be by the 14th, okay? And then you're going to be safe. So it doesn't make any difference if you wait to the 14th. You're already locked in. The only thing that will cause you to miss it is if you don't activate by the 14th, okay? So you shouldn't have any worries there. You got plenty of time. Don't feel like you got to pick up the kids, you got to do this, you got to run back and do it at a certain time. No, you don't. If you do it at midnight, 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever, it's convenient for you, just as long as by the 14th. And everything would be great there. So we're really excited about this. We're really tired. We're doing a lot of work. Also, I'm in the middle of moving to Texas, by the way. At least I missed out all that, all the storm there, the 100-year storm. So I'm glad I missed that. But I'm doing that during this time frame too. But it's just exciting times. It's something we've been working so hard for. You've been working so hard for it, and it's just to see it coming to pass and actually starting and the excitement growing. Even some of the other agencies we'll be working with, be real excited to get the business that we're going to bring like that, and not having to go everything alone. New people who need advertising will have a chance to do that, find out they can make money with us on top of it. It's just going to grow and grow, and you guys are right there. You guys and gals are where you want to be. You're right there right now, so we're really excited about that. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to turn over to Roger there, see if he has anything he wants to add at this point. And let's do some questions and answers. I know it's exciting times. So you may have some really good questions that haven't been answered in the other webinars yet. So Roger, I'm going to turn over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Martin. This, unfortunately, is one of those times where I'm going to have to come back and listen to some of the webinar myself. I've been answering questions rather frequently on here, just a lot of them, most of them. Again, we had talked about The September 17th recorded webinar answers your questions about placement and the matrix and how it all works and how to enter. Martin said at the beginning of this call we would send out email with a description and post it in the updates back office, exactly the process of everything. So a lot of questions are redundant and go through. Otherwise, we do have a few questions. I don't really have anything to add to anything. As long as you're getting our email updates, you should be good to go, and then everything else will be in videos and webinars upcoming. And Martin, we gave the dates to when this would all start, right at the beginning of this webinar. And like Martin said, it may have to be recorded in 2 parts because we had that technical problem there. But it will be posted in the updates area for you to re-listen to this webinar. And I'm going to have to listen to parts of it. So anyway, if you want to go ahead and do questions, we can do questions now, Martin, if you wish.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. We got any questions going?
All right. I'm going to put this one out there because this, I guess, needs to be answered a lot. We've answered it in almost every webinar. This is from, I'm only going to try your first 2 names, Razvan Nicole. No matter which my position is in the club, will I still get 100% matching bonus for my referrals from top 5% once I activate? And also be able to see those referrals in my back office. To be able to see your referrals in your back office, and everybody makes a 100% matching bonus on everyone they sponsor, whether they are in the top 5% or not. Okay?
And just add a footnote to that too. Any direct sales from a person you personally sponsored, regardless if they're in the top 5% or not, you get a matching bonus for. If you're a bronze member and they're a bronze member, even if they were above you, you get a matching bonus. But to get a matching bonus for like silver, you have to be in the same level. So if they're in silver and they make a sell, you're going to get paid a commission for bronze because the person, let's say they make a sell, that person gets and becomes a silver or a bronze. You get a matching bonus off the bronze, but not the silver because you have to be in the silver. But once you do upgrade and you do get to the silver, you'll start getting matching bonuses, and those are residual bonuses at that point. So you always would get it. You have to be in the same level as membership sales are concerned. But other than that, you still get the sales. Like let's say you're a silver member and one of your people you sponsored went to platinum and you didn't upgrade to platinum. Well, let's say they sold a platinum membership, you want to get the matching bonus on the platinum or the gold, but you still get the matching bonus from that person from silver and bronze because you're in bronze and silver. Anything you upgrade to, it's paying for all of them. That's why you get all the products, right? But any direct sales, let's say someone did a direct sell and you sponsor someone and that person, let's say was a free member, let's say even a free member, and that person made $300 commission. Well, since you sponsor that person, you're still going to get a $300 matching bonus. All direct sales is matching bonus no matter what. Just membership sales, you have to be in that level to receive for that level. Other than that, if you're in silver and bronze, you'll get bronze and silver. If you're gold, you'll get gold, bronze, and silver. If you're platinum, you'll get all of them for membership sales, and those are residual. Even if someone gets ahead of you, once you do get there, you start receiving immediately at that point. Okay, go ahead, Roger.
Okay, excuse me. Thanks, Martin. Let's see, the next one. Christy Papa shouts her question at me. Is the payout only including the earnings during the 10-day period? So she asks, does the first payout only include earnings during the 10-day period?
Well, what we're going to do for the first payout is up to the point of the cutoff, okay? I think on this first one, anything you've earned up to that point, you should get paid on. What we're going to be doing at that point, just to make sure it's working right, we're going to go to a monthly payoff first. So if let's say we have the payoff on the, let's say we do the payoff on the, let's say the 28. Anything you've earned from activation to the 28, you can get paid on. Okay, and then we'll wait 30 days for the next one. If that's all working good, then we want to go to every 2 weeks. If that looks good and we can handle that fine, then we want to go to every week. But the first one, yes, you'll get for everything.
Okay, and just also adding that that was just an example, and those dates aren't etched in stone at this time.
Yeah, it could be.
Right. So, okay, the next question is from Edward Zatowski, and he asked, when do we send in our government ID? When you want to get paid. It's the whatever payment processor you use, if you're using Payoneer, whatever requirements they have. Is when you would say that if you're paying for someone else, you must send it in to the address that we've talked about on several past webinars. And also the question has come up, and it's in here, and I can skip it a little farther down the line. The link for filling in a tax form will be on the website, and you will be able to get your what is it, I-9? What is it, Martin?
W-9.
W-9.
Oh, also, you can do this too. If you don't want to wait for the link to go up there, you just go up to the IRS website and type in W-9 form. You can print it off from their website. You can fill it out, scan it, and email it to businessblasters2015@gmail.com, and that will get you started. If you don't want to wait for it, otherwise, that's where you can get to us right now.
Okay, and again, that address to send that to, if you want to go to the IRS website and do that yourself, is scan it, and if you don't have a scanner, you can take it to most photocopy shops. They all have those, and they can put it on a little thumb drive for you, and you can scan it that way. And send it to businessblasters2015@gmail.com.
And that's only for U.S. citizens.
Yes.
Not if you're not a U.S. citizen, you don't pay U.S. taxes, you don't have to worry about that.
And Warwick Edgar asks, international members, don't we apply for a Payoneer account via Business Blasters back office? I think you can apply for one yourself, and then at the time of pay, you list us as the person paying you.
Yeah,
you can do it now or wait, either way.
Yeah, if you happen to be in a country that says it has to be done through the business, then it'll be just like the U.S. members. You'll be able to, when you log in your back office, you'll be able to click on it and fill it out at that point. So you don't have to worry about it.
And Deb Brundage, it's Business Blasters, and we have imported the members we talked about at the very beginning. So I won't read your question. We talked about at the very beginning how that's happened. And let's see here. That question was also answered, Warwick, about upgrading with commissions. You're very welcome, Sandy. And it is flooding in Texas. That sounds like a Stevie Ray Vaughan song. Yeah, Martin was talking about that at the beginning of the 100-year storm. It's pretty scary for a lot of people, but that's part of our decision of when we're launching this. And, I'll be happy to do that. J&T McKay asked, can we repeat what we need to do to pay for our downline? If you want to pay for a member or members of your downline, you must send your complete information, including a photo, government ID of yourself, and the full information of the people you intend to pay for, and send it to that businessblasters2015@gmail.com. But know this, when you're paying for someone, you're starting a subscription for that member. And so be very cautious and be very knowing of what you're doing when you decide to pay for a member, because you are starting a subscription for that member. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Martin, or not.
No, that's pretty much it. When you do it, you are starting a subscription, so it's going to be up to you to cancel that subscription if you ever want to cancel it. Okay, Because if you don't, then it's going to charge again. There's no refunds on memberships. A membership can be canceled, and once it's canceled, you have until the rest of that month for it to, or the rest of that 30-day period. It's going to be valid for you, so you can still earn during that period. But it can't be refunded. So just remember that, and and it should. And if you're not working that person's account, or they're not going to work it, I would be very cautious before I would pay for somebody. If you know they're going to work it, and this will just help get them started for that month. There's some reason for it. That's okay. But remember, it's um, part of the membership. Remember, the main thing of the membership is this. The main thing of the membership is not to make money as far as with because you have a membership. It's the products. That's how you're going to sell it to other people. You're going to run into all those people who are out there trying to make money with their own program, product, service, or business. So they need help. There's not too many advertising agencies that work with the individual. And so, but those people are willing to spend money. Those people are willing to do something to make it work. They're the 1%ers. Anytime you join a free program, for every 100 people that join a free program, only one person will end up paying. 99% of people don't do anything. They might stick their hand out and say, give me money, but they expect to get something for nothing. And it doesn't work that way. You can, like even with Business Blasters, you don't have to pay to get a membership, but you at least have to sponsor 2 people who do pay to get a membership so you can get it for free. And that's fine, but you see, you're doing something. So most people don't, but these people you're going to be contacting and will be contacting and will be advertising for, it's the advertising agency itself. And so these are the doers that are willing to spend money. And so that's the type of people you're going to be getting. And that's why you'll be making commissions with these people instead of having a ton of people that don't do anything. I mean, even in Crazy Cash Club, I know a lot of you go out there and you contact your downline and you use the form in the back office. I know you do it because we get those emails when sometimes they reply to us because it comes from admin@crazycashclub.com. So we see you doing it, but how many of those people, if you put your contact number, say, here's my private email, here's my phone number, contact me, how many of those free members you got in actually contact you back? Very few, because there's a lot of people that want the free stuff, but they don't want to do any of the work. The people that do something are the ones that make the most money. And then if you have a really good plan, like the structure here at Business Blasters, you can make a lot of money. It just makes sense. Instead of getting people in to make money with our business, we get people in to help them make money with their business. And because of that, they make more money by telling others about our business. It's that word of mouth right there. This is how I'm getting people in because I have an advertising agency working for me. They'll do the same thing for you. So they give them their link. They make money. You get 100% matching bonus on those people. So you get money from them spending. You get money from them telling. That's where it goes to. So when you pay for someone, make sure they're going to be doing something. If they're going to sit there not doing anything, well, I gotta say, eventually they could be entrenched in there once we grow, and grow. But I don't mind giving someone a helping hand up, but I don't just give out money just to give out money. So make sure that they're going to be willing to work that position once you help them out. That's what you want. You want the doers, and unless you're just helping some people and you're going to work their accounts with them and help them do what's supposed to be done, okay? Because we're not supposed to do stacking and stuff. We don't like that. That's not a good thing to do. But if they're going to be working on it and you want to give them a helping hand, fine. But make sure they get in there and replace it, like with their commissions or their own card later, so you don't get charged for them when they should be doing something, or at least using their earnings to pay for that. Okay, go ahead, Roger.
Okay, thanks, Martin. And I was typing some answers to pretty common questions here, so let me go back here. Broderick Campbell asked, will I have the same username as I did in Crazy Cash Club and Business Blasters? All the names will be imported over as they are. and will be given complete directions on how to proceed. And so, yes. And we just went over that, Hector, on the W9 forums. Now you can probably see how far back I am on the questions. And yes, good question, Richard. Richard Sturdivant asks, do we have to wait to advertise business blasters until after the 10-day activation period? The answer is yes.
No,
This
yes.
gives us all a chance, a fair chance to get in here and get placed and get set. And I do remember one question back. The alphabetical entry, that's of course my last name, correct?
That's correct.
Dennis Morstad asked if you could import leads of other systems into the Gold Pro autoresponder, or am I limited to only leads purchased through business blasters? Yes, only through business blasters. We cannot. We know our leads, and they are safe, trustworthy, and 100% valid leads, and not to say that yours aren't, but we can't run a risk of allowing members to import their own leads. The system would be shut down. Let's see here. Yes, Martin did say we'll review video and emails with points on how to enter. That'll all be in there, and if you miss it, it'll be in the updates, on the updates page. I guess I should say who asked. I think that was from Lavina. And Doris Newman asks, we've answered this before, she asked, do we need a Chase card to use Chase QuickPay? How does that work? Thanks. Anyone can go to chase.com and read about QuickPay, but you don't necessarily need a Chase bank account. There are many other major banks that participate in a similar program. They may name it something different, but it's basically the same kind of thing. You need to check with your bank and see if they participate.
Yeah, I like Chase QuickPay because when all you need is the person's email address, and we go in there and say, okay, this person's is one that's going to be the recipient, and it just stays there. So then we can choose your email address, that this is how much it's for. We write down what it's for, and we click it, and you get the email saying to log in. It's there. Once you log in, you can accept it. Once you accept it, it's immediately in your bank account. So it's even faster than ACH, because ACH, we can go ahead and say, okay, all these people need to get paid, and boom, 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 send it out. Then it goes out that day. They may get to the day after, the day right after that. It can take up to 24 hours and longer on the weekend. But on QuickPay, even on the weekend, you get it.
Yeah, let's see here. Sandy asks, is it too late to bring people into Crazy Cash Club? We did go over that on the last call very extensively. It is not too late. It is too late to get them imported into Business Blasters right away, but Crazy Cash Club is the perfect advertising vehicle from now and beyond to introduce people to Business Blasters and the future programs that we all join as a club. So yes, you're going to want to do that. Then you can just contact them and tell them, hang in there. We've all launched the program, and you're going to get to go in there right after we all get settled in there, and you'll be helping. So that's how you deal with that.
Because remember, we still got 2 other programs that we'll be joining in Crazy Cash Club.
Right. Let's see. Gary Bitzer, we did answer that already. I'm sorry, I'm just getting some of these questions. We will be mailing out, yes. And Many people have asked the question, how many people do we have in Crazy Cash Club? It is over 60,000 members. Jeff Margalis asked about login details. All that information will be described in the next days of how you go in, how you enter, and how you'll get all that stuff. Victor wants to know for ACH, is it mandatory to be a U.S. citizen or have a bank account in the U.S. while living in Canada? No. You can have a wire transfer. It's not, I don't know if it's ACH, but we can do international wire transfer. Yeah. And again, as Mark explained in the beginning, the fees for that will be taken out of commission.
Yeah, ACH, you have to have a U.S. bank account, but even if you're overseas, you can do wire. Just like Roger said.
And Mark Woodard, I would invite you to go back and see the September 17th webinar for anybody who wonders about whether they're going to get a matching bonus. Anybody's got that question, go back and see that. September 17th webinar on the updates page. And Stingray Woodard wants to know how we add business blasters to our Chase QuickPay account. I would go to Chase and read about how to do QuickPay. See how back, I'm still far back on the questions. Hang on just a moment here. That's a good question. Helena asks, we have a lot of people doing this, and Helena asks a great question. Those of you that did send your information correctly, including your government ID, because you are paying for others, if you didn't get a response that we did receive that, we probably did. We have a lot of them in there. There's no way that we can individually reply to each one of those. So as long as you sent your information to that address, including your photo ID, you're good to go. And Paul DeGuyance asked a question. I think we did touch on this. For the people that are paying for others, after paying for the initial, is it possible to revert to the payment on their own if they're making money in the back office? It is up to them to do it, or you to see that it's done. That's why we say emphatically that you are starting a subscription for a member when you're paying for someone. And so unless you have complete contact with that member, and or you can, you'll be canceling it yourself if you want to. If you don't, I mean, otherwise, those are the things you have to consider when you're paying for someone else, is that you start a subscription, and it's up to them to use their commissions if they've got them to pay and change it over and do like that and cancel your subscription or see that you do. That's all up to you. That's why we require all that information, that you are paying for it, your government photo ID, and all their complete information, in case people are confused by that in any way and think that they shouldn't have to pay or something. That's exactly why we have all that information. It's mainly to protect you. Oh, you'll be able to advertise like crazy, Sean Lang, after the 10-day period.
And you're going to want to do that too, because no one's going to know about it yet.
Yeah.
You wanted them to hear from you first. They're going to be excited.
If you have a Payoneer account already, can we use it? Yes, I believe you just have to add the business that's going to be paying you. That's from Carl White. I believe you just have to add the business that's been paying, that's going to be paying you. Don, I'm sorry, I really don't understand your question, and let me try to read it out loud. Maybe Martin does. Can we use commissions from one family account to upgrade and or purchase products for a second family account?
No, that's
That's
not.
kind of what I,
Yeah,
that's
that's not.
kind of what I, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a credit card or an e-wallet where you send money between each other. This is just tied to that specific account.
Resvan, I think we answered the payout question there, and let's see. Yes, you can apply for Payoneer Online Liberty. If you need to update your Tony Variel, I'm very sorry if I butchered your name. How can I update my address since I'm moving to another country? To update your address in Crazy Cash Club, just log in and click the account button. I believe you can update most everything right there, or the profile button. Either one will do the same thing.
Oh,
Um,
that's a good thing. That just remind me real fast, Roger. Sorry. Um, Part of your activation period is also to fill in your information, your address, and everything. The only thing that's going to be in there is going to be your name, your username, um, your URL, stuff like that. But and your email address. So you need to go in there and fill in all the information. Anyone who does have um, a completely filled in profile will not be eligible for commissions. So just remember that. Very important.
okay. Thomas Walters, we cannot advise anyone on any tax issues. If you live in Canada but you're a U.S. citizen, this is something you're going to have to work out yourself. We cannot give any tax advice whatsoever. And yes, Payoneer is available for international members. Uh, let's see. Excuse me while I go through some of these questions. Donna Falcons asked what email address will the 72-hour notification come from? The same one that all the updates have been coming from. CrazyCashClubUpdates.com.
That's one of them. You're also going to get updates from webmaster at businessblasters.com as well.
That's right.
That's why I was telling everybody, make sure you add webmasters at businessblasters.com to your contact list, and also add admin at businessblasters.com to your contact list.
And I typed both of those in the chat area. You should be able to see them there.
See, that's another reason for the 10-day activation period too, because we're going to be sending out these emails and stuff. If there's any problems, that gives us 10 days to make sure you don't lose your account, that you get to keep your position.
Teresa Harris, I answered that question. Yes, you'd be using Crazy Cash Club and Business Blasters. So go back and see the beginning of the webinar for the answer to the question.
And think about it like this, folks.
And I answered your question too, Emmett. So go ahead, Martin. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Sometimes we got a little lag here. But think about it this way too. There's two niches. A niche is something like fitness or make money online or advertise or whatever. A niche is a specific thing that you're trying to fill. Like so with Crazy Cats Club, when you advertise that, you're trying to advertise the business opportunity, work at home, things like that. People are trying to make money on the internet. Business Blasters is an advertising agency. You want to advertise to individuals, especially individuals. That's a micro niche. Individuals who are looking for advertising so they can make money with their own program, products, and service, okay, or businesses. That's what you're looking for. The people that need advertising to sell what they have, that's who you would advertise to for business blasters. You wouldn't advertise business blasters, join business blasters and make a lot of money. No, that would be the wrong way to advertise. Crazy Cash Club, join Crazy Cash Club so you can build organizations to make a lot of money in future programs that we join together. That's okay. That's a business opportunity. So just think about that way. You're looking for people who want advertising to sell their own stuff that they have already or their own programs that they're in. That's business blasters. If they're looking to make money online and they need something like that, how can I make money online? You tell them about Crazy Cash Club.
Okay, thanks, Martin. And James Hayes asked, what, where, how to whitelist URLs. If you go to your email, if you're using Gmail, just make a safe sender, or let them know that anything from this address you want, not to be considered spam or anything else. It's a approved email address. Yeah, and those 2 email addresses in the chat are 2 that you should approve.
Yeah, just click on add to contact list. That's all you got to do. A lot.
Yeah. Okay, and yes, there will be FAQs on the Business Blaster website. Answered that. We'll talk to you about that, Wayne Gibbons. Yeah, that's. I think we talked about that in the beginning, but you can go ahead and contact me on that if you want. And I answered that question, Mark Woodard. Go back and see September 17th Matrix webinars. And I also answered it on this call. So I'd probably just now getting to your question again. Maybe you typed it twice. A lot of questions here. There'll be complete instructions, Jeff, for getting in and everything. And so you don't need to worry about that. Everything will be very clear on how to get in and activate. Let's see, I'm still going through some of these questions.
Let's do about 2, maybe 3 more, and it's been more.
Yeah, because again, a lot of the stuff has already been answered on this webinar. And questions about types of entry and how the matrix works and all that, those are answered on the September 17th recorded webinar very clearly. We actually do a very thorough job on that. And all those questions are answered there. So let's see here. As far as benefits and all that, again, the September 17th webinar, I'm really trying to find a good question here. Bluebird will not work. They don't allow massive payouts. That's for Paul the Giants. That question's been answered. Let me see here. I'm going to go through them real fast here, Martin.
Okay.
Yes, Payoneer is for overseas members and U.S. citizens. And you only need a government ID to get paid, not to join business classes. I think what I'm going to do is go to the bottom, because we've answered almost everything that I've been reading. Okay, I'll end with this one. As I'm saying, a lot of the questions you really just need to see either the last recorded webinar, this recorded webinar, or the September 17th recorded webinar. All the questions that I have read, the beginning questions at least, I'm coming down here to the end, looking at some of these questions, just trying to answer a fresh one that people may not know. But this one we have said, if you've got someone in your downline not receiving the updates, they need to just log in and click watch this first. It's right towards the top right hand of the page, I believe, when you log in to your back office. Right there is a form where you put in your email address, and that's where how you receive updates. It's just as simple as that. And yes, Corey, there will be support and full-fledged business blasters as a full-fledged business. There will not be live chat, at least to start, but that may be an idea for the future. Yes, and also have full marketing, all the emails, banners, and doodads you want for advertising is there and in place now. And so that's all ready to go. So I don't really see anything too more. I mean, I've actually told you guys how to get the answers to the questions. They've all been done. All instructions will be sent out to you. They'll be reposted in the updates page. Martin may want to go over it one last time briefly here before we go, but otherwise that's pretty much it, Martin.
All right. Thanks, Roger. And remember, folks, when we get started, once we get past that first pay run, we got the other big programs we're going to be implementing for business blasters, to how you can contact local businesses and how you can do it without even ever really even talking to them on the phone or going to see them. And we're going to have, materials that you can use that we can get printed for you, or give you templates that you can print and send out yourself. And we're giving training for those people that do want to call and maybe get into those bigger corporate accounts, and where you can make a whole lot of money. And that's when, some of these are so big, we might even have to partner with other agencies just for one particular account, and that could be a lot of money for you. So there's a lot of potential here. There's going to be a lot of training that we're going to be giving. We're going to be doing a lot of recorded training for members, not for you guys, but for people that come in later. They want the advertising, to show them how we can do it. Matter of fact, let me show you how simple this is, especially with businesses. And individuals are the same thing. People want to make money with their business. They don't know how to advertise. One thing, when I was moving, I wanted to get rid of some junk. I didn't want to take it with me. I just buy some new furniture or something. But so I called a junk removal service. Found out the guy's been doing this for like about 2 months now, maybe almost 3 months, and he's already spending $300 a month for pay to click on Google, doing AdWords and stuff. And he's paying $2 something per click for just here in the local Tucson area. And that was a lot of money of his budget, but that's all he can do because he's busy trying to work. He's driving out there, picking up the junk, taking to the junkyard, donating what's good to like Goodwill, stuff like that. But he was spending a lot of money with that, and he was getting some results, but not a whole bunch. So I said, well, most of the people use their cell phones now than they do the computers when they're looking for services. Like when I would look for the junk removal, I did it on my phone too. I didn't go to my computer because I was thinking about it at the time, so I looked at it and I saw what was right there. And it's normally going to show you businesses within that 5 mile radius of where you're at, plus only the ones that do certain things, like they claim their Google page, stuff like that. I won't go into all the details, but I said, even for the pay-per-click, you could do mobile pay-per-clicking that gets on Google, and you can get it for as little as 5 cents a click. Why spend $2 and do 5 cents? He never even heard about that. So I told him some other free ways to advertise, and also like he was advertising on Yelp, but he wasn't paying for Yelp. I said, like with Yelp, you ought to pay a little extra because Yelp had been known. This is what went around, and they actually it was on the news that if you weren't paying for the advertising, it seemed like a lot of these business, the poor responses, the poor reviews were at the top. Not saying they were doing it on purpose, but that's what it was looking like to a lot of people. I said, well, pay a little bit. It won't hurt you anyway, stuff like that. And I showed him some free things that he can do to get at the top for his keywords for his removal service, and also how to do multiple keywords for different areas, because like hoarding removal, that's where he makes his most money. So I showed him how to do that all for free. And I said, just do this, this, and this. I didn't hide anything. This is how you can do it. And he was just so shocked. He was like, I never would have even thought about that. And like even my Google place, this other guy always beats me out, pushes me down. I said, do you ever think about advertising directly to your Google place URL instead of your website? No, I never even thought about it. Well, that's what you can do to get your Google spot up higher too. Google likes that, and have all these other different places you advertise using that link. It just rises you up there on Google so fast. And he didn't know all that. So I just told him real fast, this is what you do, this is what you do. He wrote some stuff down. Then he said, you know what? He says, can I just pay you to do this for me? Can you just do this for me? I'll pay you. I don't got the time to do this. Please do this for me. He was trying to give me money right there that I would do that. I said, well, right now I'm moving. I got a major launch to do, but I took his business information. I said, I can help him at a later date. But, when you tell people exactly how to do it, a lot of times that's all it takes to sell it, because you're not hiding. Yeah, sure, they can take the information and do it themselves. And if it helps them, they're going to remember that you helped them. But other people, when it comes to businesses, people have program products and services, they just want to make the sales. They don't have the time to go out there and do that. So you let them know exactly what to do. They throw the business out to. That's why we're going to have information and business blasters. So when someone comes up, they can get free information. Here, you do this, this, and this. This is how you do it. Go ahead and do it yourself. We want you to succeed. And then when you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, wow, can you just do that for me? And that's how easy it can be. Just tell people how to do it, or you direct them to a website that tells them exactly how to do it. When you use your URL, they come there and then they ask us, please do it for us. Guess what? You get the commission. We just tell them there, it's free. They see that. Here's how you can do it. They end up asking to do it for how much would it be to do it. And so we tell them, and then they pay the money. You get the commission. It's that simple. When you tell people exactly how to do it, it's never bad. Even if they don't pay you a cent and they go out there and do it on their own, they're still going to talk about you. They're going to tell other people where to go. And most of these other, especially business owners, they're like, man, just do it for me. Just do it for me. Because they see it works. They understand it. That's amazing. Now, here's money. Do it for me. That's what you're going to be able to look forward to. Once we get this launched and everything's rock solid, you're going to be seeing the businesses come in on top of the individuals. You'd be making a pretty penny, and you don't even have to do all the work. That's what's so great about Business Blasters. So again, thank you for coming, and we're going to see you on the next webinar. So get ready for that, and you'll be getting emails about when it's time for the activation, just like we said. So Monday is the first day of the month. That's when we start like the notification period. We're going to send out some emails ourselves. Make sure you're with the Crazy Cat's updates. You get the emails from us, just like Roger told you. We're going to send that out to everybody. On the 5th, we're going to have our webinar, and that's when it's going to start the activation period. So you'll be able to go there and start activating. You must activate by the 14th, though. The 14th is the last day to activate, but we are going to have a list asking if your last name starts with A, B, or C, you sign up on the first. If your last name starts with D, E, F, you're going to activate on the second. That's going to be here in the Crazy Cats update right here. It's going to show that. Let's see here. I don't know if I started this here, so put that there. But we're going to put it right here. I'm going to remove that here, and that's where the list is going to be. So that'll be right there. So hopefully you can see that. That's where we're going to put that little list there for the activation period. Try to do it on the day for your last name equaling that letter. If you run into problems, you have to do a little bit before or a little bit after, that's fine. Just make sure you don't go past the 14th. And then we'll have our first pay run within 7 to 14 days after that. And of course, during the activation period and everything, we're going to have all the information there for you. So you can, if you need Payoneer, you can get that set up, and the different ways that we can pay out through ACH or the quick pay or wires overseas, or however you need it. So anyway, I want to thank you for coming. This is a really exciting time. It's ready to get going, and I'm going to see you on the next webinar. Make sure you're there. If you have some of your downline who hasn't been that you sponsored that hasn't been to these webinars, ask them to come and attend with you. You know, you can sit there together, or if they don't live where you live, give them the time. Tell them to be there. Then you can talk about it afterwards, and it keeps them excited, and they'll know exactly what to do. Because the more you know, the more money you can make, because you know how everything works. So thank you for coming. Thank you, Roger. You all take care, and we will see you on the next webinar. So bye-bye for now.